What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the layout, boy. It's finally here, you guys. Asus RG Ally X. Finally got my hands on one. We got a little unboxing for y'all. The audio got a little messed up, so I gotta re-record it, but here he is, y'all. Live. First unboxing of my RG Xbox Ally X. Open box from Best Buy. Very clean, very neat condition. Turn that bad boy on. First boot. Ooh, y'all, this was exciting, y'all. This is my first ever Xbox product. So, yeah, I sped through setting it up. I know y'all don't want to see all of that. Setting everything up took a little bit. You have to update Windows, Asus, ROG hardware itself, and you have to update the Xbox app at the same time. I know. But look at this bad boy, y'all, from Best Buy. $869. That's all it cost me. With tax, it was like probably like 900 something, like flat 900. But look at that. From Best Buy. This look brand spanking new, y'all. So yeah, we did that. Showed y'all it off. Just be setting it up, logging in. Look at the Xbox dashboard. So I sold my Steam Deck. We're going to look at the menu. This is everything under the menu. So you got the silent profile. You got the performance profile and the turbo profile. Each profile changes the wattage, which gives you more battery / performance. You can change the resolution on the fly by just pressing a button. So you can go down from 1080p to 720p, like the Steam Deck. But yeah, I want to show y'all this, man. So the first thing I tested when I first got it, which I recommend to everybody, is calibration test. Because I didn't put a warranty on it. He told me I could have. I should have, but not a lot of y'all, I didn't. I know y'all. But you got the right stick. I'm testing out every freaking one. Listen, y'all, I try to save everything I can. I sold the Steam Deck for about like 700, and this was about 900, so it's about $200 something difference. But this go for over $1,000, so this actually felt like my first Xbox. See, I'm going through all the settings for y'all. You can change your picture on the fly, depending on which game you're playing, you know, racing or everything. I loaded up my first game for y'all. Destiny 2. Guys, we know Destiny 2 is being sunsetted.
That was something. Not sure exactly what that something was, or what that something did. Hopefully that will add. That was something. Not sure exactly what that something was, or what that something did. Hopefully that will add.
See the silent BIOS, 1080p, 44, 48, 43 FPS. Then we go to performance for y'all, which is typically what most of y'all gonna run on battery. You only want silent when you're kind of wanting to save battery / playing something very chill. But look, 43, 45 FPS. This blew my mind, y'all. This actually feels like a standalone console. Not to spoil anything too much, but this definitely feels like a full-on console. Like for $1,000, which is steep. Look at this, yo. I get some cleaner audio later. I was picking up a mic that I kind of had distant from it. See, the only thing If this thing was an OLED, like the new one coming out this end of this year, I would have really been all over it. Much as I've been playing it more than I've been on my PC lately, which is actually pretty crazy, isn't it, y'all? Seriously. But see the graphics, highest textures, mid to high, most settings from there. All right, we got Forza 6 playing right now, running pretty well. Got it lock at 30 FPS. I think it was medium to high graphics, 1080p, which is stable. I mean, some people can cry about it being 30 FPS, but at 1080p medium to high settings for a handheld, it's actually really, really solid when you have like 0 frame drops. Which I believe it runs at 30 FPS on quality on consoles, so yeah. This actually makes me feel like I bought an Xbox. Like, is this an Xbox? I know people gonna hate me for that one in the comments, but yeah, I know people. It's pretty much just a PC, honestly. It's a handheld PC that has an Xbox logo attached to it. You know, but it's definitely nice. It feels really good. It has very great audio, as y'all can hear. For the $8,000, I can see why. It's definitely great. Sounds way better than the Steam Deck. Steam Deck was good for what it was too, though, to be honest. But this definitely is way more punchier. That you can really get lost playing this device all night. I feel like I've been on this more than my PC lately. Seriously, y'all, it's pretty impressive. Makes you wonder why you have a high-end build. Let me stop. Let me chill, y'all. It ain't that deep, but no, seriously though, it's actually really nice for what it is. I already know I had to load up Smite 2, man. It's my main game. I believe in this clip, it was getting between 60 to 80 FPS. But I had tweaked some settings when I was playing it earlier while, you know, because I'm re-recording it like I'm saying. So I was playing it earlier and I tweaked some settings down, turned the game base to 720p and ultra performance upscaling, and I was getting like 120 FPS, bro. Like, that's pretty much, I'm telling y'all, that's console level. Consoles are only getting 120 FPS. So it's like, the Xbox Ally X is very impressive for the APU. I want to really do some more research on the scale of the APU because it's interesting tech. Very interesting tech. To be able to play this level of graphics on the go, natively, without streaming, yeah, that's a plus. Good old Smite 2. This is my main game. You already know if they can't run this, there ain't no point. Steam Deck really didn't like Smite 2 like that, honestly. It was playable, but it was not enjoyable. Far from enjoyable. The Ally X is truly, it feels really good. I mean, they try to say, I respect Valve and the Steam Deck too, because they confirmed that it was coming, but they said that they want to wait till they see a huge leap in performance, which is respectable. I ain't mad at it. Steam Deck was really aging for me, y'all. I couldn't keep up with it no more. But here we go, y'all. You already know what this is, isn't it? If you don't know, 007. First Light. This thing ran like a beauty, y'all. This thing ran like a champ. I can see somebody, I can see you if you buy this for your kid, which I know it's a lot of money. So if you bought this for your kid, they can buy new games. You can buy the new games and they can actually play a full playthrough. Steam Deck, I could have played this game. It was actually playable. but I was getting like 20 to 25 FPS at 720p, bro, which is very heavy, yo. I can't personally. It's not enjoyable. But this, yeah, 50 to 40, high 30s and everything. It's the difference. But mind you, this is 1080p, medium graphics. If you go down to Steam Deck settings, you're easily going to hit 60. I didn't try it, but I know you can easily hit 60 on this game. 60 is cool for something like this. Like when I'm playing a single player game, I grew up very poor, y'all. Be real with y'all. So 30 FPS to me is actually playable. I know I got a high-end PC with 4080 Super 9800 X3D and all that, you know, so I usually kill games, blistering through games. But it's like you don't want to just say it like that, but like seriously, I could see me. Let's say I had a pre-built and I need to send something off. I could see me being okay for a month playing on my Ally X. I will say that. I'm so serious, y'all. Like, it's actually shocking me that it's really that strong. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to hype it up too much, y'all. But I could really see me. I'm not trying to put it like that. I love my new build. We don't put bad stuff like that out. But I'm just saying, I approve. This is very impressive stuff, y'all. And I will recommend anybody to get a RG Ally X. Approved. These games are running really good on it. And I feel like it's only going to get more expensive right now. Mostly with Xbox doing really bad. But we're going to talk about that a little later. 007 First Light runs really good. I recommend it. I say it's the best, right behind GoldenEye on the 64. Yes, I will really say that. Best 007 since 64. And I enjoyed some Wii version, the GameCube. Hey, I go 007. I go back, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is a good game. Good job, Hitman. Desert Hitman did their thing on this one. Yeah, see later on when I'm gonna give y'all a follow-up video on all the accessories and everything that I did to suit up my Ally X. I think we're gonna end up doing the external GPU and all of that at some point. Have it the ultimate living room setup it'll play. But we'll get there. Subscribe for that, y'all. Alright, next up, Street Fighter 6. This audio got messed up. But this ran at high 40s to 50s. I didn't tweak the graphics. I think it was like highest texture, all of that stuff like that. Look, 60 pretty much FPS. High 50s. It ran really well. Even though I suck, y'all. I gotta really learn this game. I want to, but I suck at Street Fighter. Alright, then we got the last game coming up. Before we start wrapping up this review. Had to run Battlefield 6. I miss being able to run this. Steam Deck cannot do this, y'all, like I'm saying. I much as I want to be on Linux, we gotta be real. Linux needs to get more multiplayer support. That's why the GameCube to me is dead. The pricing for it is expected to be jacked up. We don't know for sure, but it sounds like it is. They're saying that you can pretty much build a PC for similar specs for about the same price, but they're not subsidizing for us. It's pretty crazy because you would think that for Valve, but I get it. But y'all, apparently the RAM is going to be 5 times the price by the end of 2027. So Apple just now admitted that they're going to raise their prices. They haven't exactly say what it was yet. It might start off with the high end stuff, but y'all, here we are. Everything is just changing in our face. So at first, $1,000 sounded crazy for a handheld, but now with the open box deals and everything, I don't think it's that bad, chat. All right, let's wrap this up. All right, chat. But yeah, to sum it all up, Xbox Ally X has honestly very surprised me. I have been playing it a lot. Certain things has just been running. This Borderlands 4, this been giving me problems on my freaking PC, and it runs on this. It runs on this. This is crazy. We are getting 45 to 46 FPS. It runs actually very smoothly, 1080p. Y'all can see the FPS. Look, 46 FPS, 45 FPS. Let's see if I can change the graphics. It's at medium to low. So medium to low graphics. Now let's try 1080p, not 1080p, 720p. That's the Steam Deck resolution. But it sounds bad, y'all. But when you're playing on a handheld, come on, y'all, look, 60 FPS. I'm not making this up. You can play Borderlands 4 at 65 FPS, 720p. On a size display this small, chat, it don't look that bad. Like, I'm gonna be real. It really doesn't look bad at all. It looks like 1080p. 1080p looks sharper. But I'm getting 60 FPS. High 56 in combat. Yeah, between 50 to 60 FPS. So, yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about this Xbox Ally X. I personally think we should get our hands on one now if you want it, because I believe that these are going to go up in pricing. Because if you're not seeing the latest news between Xbox, they're not doing too good. They're only making a 3% margin despite sending out billions of dollars buying things like Call of Duty and stuff like that, Activision, Blizzard, and it's not looking good. They shutting down like 50% of studios. Marathon, well, we got PlayStation news, but PlayStation isn't doing good with Marathon. Destiny's is being highlighted. That's why I showed y'all that first, because that takes me back. That was a game that I used to play a long time ago, and hopping through that, they you know, they're selling that for like $20 for the whole entire game now. So it's a lot of content that I can just play on this. We have the Xbox Game Pass, which I haven't really got to use too much myself yet, admittedly, but I've seen people playing Black Ops 7 and stuff on here on its own. So yeah, y'all, this is actually, is this an Xbox? Like, is this an Xbox? Like, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, this is starting to feel like I actually bought a console. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, this thing is pretty strong. Like, I approve. Look at this thing. This thing is beefy. I'm not kidding. It's bulky. It's powerful. It can play games on its own for sure. The battery isn't bad. I haven't had no problems with it on standby mode. For people to be complaining about it being Windows, I've been enjoying Windows. Despite having to upgrade, you have to update it on 3 different apps. I've been enjoying it a lot. So, alright, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna give y'all an update later on when I'm like getting more things into it and adding more storage and get more games and just, you know, letting y'all know my thoughts in the future on this bad boy. But So far with my Steam Deck, I'm happy. You know, somewhere in my heart, I'm going to miss the Steam Deck, but I needed the more power. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would much rather the LCD and have the power to play my games on my own and not have to stream. Streaming is cool and all, but it gets annoying even when you're streaming from the next room. And I'm on fiber connection, all wired in, both my PCs. So, alright, y'all. Let me know y'all opinions and thoughts on the ROG Ally X, and if y'all can do me a favor, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more. Alright, y'all. Check it.